Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the latest crafty simulation video. Now, in the past I've reviewed a load of Crenado aircraft, but they were all for FS Flight Simulator 2020. Well, Crenado have released a few aircraft for FS Flight Simulator 2024. So, I am here proudly to portray my first review in 2024 of the Cessna CT210N here in 2024. So let's take it out in a little flight and see what it's like. So, as mentioned in the intro, I have covered quite a few of Crenado's aircraft, all for 2020. This one is one of the, I think, 2 or 3 aircraft now that Crenado have released for 2024. So there is a step up in the quality. Now, I always said the quality of Crenado's aircraft was pretty darn good as it was. So it's going to be interesting to see what they've actually done here in 2024, because there's a few things that have changed a little bit. But we'll have a quick walk around this aircraft here, because it is a very, very good aircraft. It is obviously a Cessna, and it has folding undercarriage. And I've got to say, it does look, from the ground up, this has been designed for 2024. And once again, Crenado have done a very good job in this aircraft. The fuselage looks good. The reflections across the rivets there looks good. Just smack my head straight into the weather radar. Oops, where we gone? We've gone over this way now. Okay. Flight simulator, behaving as usual. So, yes, like I say, this aircraft does have a weather radar system. I don't know whether it's fully functioning in the sim. There are 2 variants of this aircraft, one with the radar and one without. So, I've gone with the pod there for the radar. It doesn't really affect anything. Again, we do have folding undercarriage in this Cessna, so it is quite an interesting aircraft, to say the least. So let's first of all get rid of some stuff, because we definitely want those to disappear. So chocks have been removed. I already removed the pitot cover. There was supposed to be a pitot cover on that probe there. I accidentally removed that. So yes, remove the covers. Apparently there's already somebody sat in my aircraft. Oh dear, poor person. Anyway, so let's go have a look inside and see what this aircraft is like. Ooh, it looks quite good. Looks very good, actually. So, one very nervous-looking passenger. Can we open this up? So, one thing that has changed in this aircraft is the sounds. Now, I always thought sounds were pretty good in the 2020 versions of their aircraft, but they could probably do with a little bit of a tweak. So they're supposed to be pretty good in this aircraft. And I must admit, Crenado have done a fantastic job of looking at this. I'm not looking at the person there, but the aircraft here, it looks absolutely amazing. Good quality leather work here. Lots of instruments. Obviously we've got a GNS 530 and 430 arrangement. I think I can change that out. The Bendix King weather radar system. I think that actually works. I'm not 100%. I know one aircraft I was flying recently, it worked. I haven't flown this aircraft very much. I've had this in the sim now for a couple of weeks, and just because of a certain 4-engine Avro aircraft, I've been flying that, and I've been flying other sorts of aircraft. I haven't really got around to flying this. This should have featured on my channel a few weeks ago. But yes, it looks good. Gotta say, wear and tear in the right places. So anyway, let's see if we can change that, because things are different here now. Crenado used to have a little tablet that was hidden away in little pockets. Things are a bit different now. It doesn't exist, so we do run off the EFB. Let's hope this works. Activate, that's the one I wanted. Get rid of that, and there we go. We should have now a GNS. What is it called? I forgot what it's saying. GTN, that's it. GTN 750 and the 650 set underneath. So I don't know whether it's supposed to, I mean, it does look like it fits snugly above our autopilot system. We still have a transponder unit, which obviously is nigh on useless now. But yeah, hopefully that's going to work just fine. Anyway, that should show us, actually, if I go back, later planner. Yes, our route for today, because we're actually going to go for a flight. Normally we'd stay in the area for Wickenby. We are, obviously, like I say, departing Wickenby, and if I move this over, we are going to fly the dizzying distance of not very far, because we're going to be flying to Gamston, which is in Nottinghamshire, I believe. So yes, this is a programmed route that the flight sim has come up with, and I've never used this before in my life. I'm hoping 27,000 feet, I don't think so. Let's see now, 4,000 feet. Yeah, we're not doing that. Optimize the procedure. I've never used this thing in my life. So many procedures to pay attention to. Right, so I'm going to get rid of this for the time being. I know you can send, or can you send this? I don't know. I've seen this done before once. I can send this to the avionics. Let's hope that's been sent over. We'll see. Right, anyway, let's get this thing up and running, shall we? So, it's typical Crenado, so we'll get rid of that. So, we'll have battery switch. We'll put the master on. We'll have the beacon lights are on. Check my controls are working. They are. A little bit of a delay on the old response there to my honeycomb, but it works. Right, so fuel system. Is that fuel system? Yes, and we are on both. So as always, it's set to the both tanks, which is, we're actually going to set that to the left tank for startup. Set front and max for both. Let's have that on, and let's hope I can remember how to set this thing up. It's been a while, I must admit, it's been a while. Right, anyway, so we are clear on the left side, clear on the front, clear on the right. And we are parking brakes set. Lovely sound effects there. Right, so mixture is set, prop pitch is set. We'll try it without the fuel pump. It's a Crenado aircraft, so it should fire up. Let's hope it does. Yeah, like that's not loud. Right, so I'm going to shut that up so I can actually hear things. That's just blown my own eardrums out. Right, so fuel pump's still off, avionics are now coming on. Let's hope the route came through. We'll turn the transponder on. Can we turn it on? We can't at the moment. Right, anyway, we'll let the avionics all power up. We'll turn the weather radar on to standby. Hey! It actually came through. Distance of 21.9 miles. Our full route today. Actually, it's measured it as a direct route. That's weird because the map has it with a function. So let's just check that's flight plan. Yeah, see, it's a direct routing according to the GTN 750. That's not bad. Saves me some time. Right, so I'll set that. I usually have this set up for. No, we're not having for that. It's Lincolnshire, we're flat. I'll set for nearest, and I'll set for airports just in case we have any issues en route. Transponder squawking 7,000, and we'll set for standby. Nav lights can come on now. Taxi lights on. Right. Let's start rolling. Let's start 0 the altimeter. Must have been. It's been a while since I've been in a Crenado aircraft. Ooh, good sounds on the flaps. Let's pull this back a bit. I can't see diddly squat. This is an aircraft that sits on its main wheels, so it does have quite a restricted view, shall we say, for up close and personal. Right, come off the brakes. Ooh, I do like the sounds. Definitely like the sounds. Very good suspension on the old undercarriage. Trying to get my perfect view. Right, so we're going to squawk now for altitude. That's fine. We're not going to do a by the book route, or by the book flying, I should say. Weather radar can now come to on. Landing lights off, taxi lights off, strobe lights coming on, pitot heat's not required, de-icing is not required, fuel pump is now coming on. We'll be taking off on both tanks. Gotta say, I'm impressed with the sounds. Very impressed with the sounds. I suppose I really should, hopefully, set the autopilot. So we set for 4,000. Let's hope the autopilot actually works. Right, so lights checked, mixtures checked, cockpit is checked, flaps are down one stage, lights are on, landing lights. I'm in a hurry, let's go. Right, so takeoff brief will be as follows. Departing out runway 21, we've got the usual hum 3/4 of the way down the runway. We'll probably be airborne somewhere around just after it, so it will be a bit of nose down for the run down the runway until we get some good speed. Be a standard left-hand departure, and then we'll rejoin our course on the route to Gamston airfield. So I'm ready, he's ready, windows are latched and shut, and they are. I'm belted, he's belted. Let's see how good this is. Hold the pressure. Brakes release, let's go. Airspeed's alive. There's 40, 50, 60 knots, 70 knots, over the hump, pull back. Bit of a bounce, but we got up. Brakes are pressed, gears coming up. Passing 100 knots, flaps coming up. $120, 1,700 for 4,000. It's definitely a fast little aircraft once the undercarriage is pulled up and the flaps pulled in. Nothing I'm not expecting from a turbocharged Cessna. radar is coming on heading. A nice good clean takeoff, and we can be from the air. We're actually going to hold our altitude around here to let the aircraft settle. Notice the cloud cover is probably higher than 4,000, and even though we've got good VFR conditions, I'd rather fly under the cloud than through it. Fuel pump's coming off. Start pump's coming off. There's been a few updates to the GTN750, and I've just noticed that heading indicator is very fast to turn. Could be the Cessna, more like the GTN750. Right, so we're coming off heading hold and going on to navigation hold. So the aircraft should now fly itself. And nice and come off. Just realised I'm not exactly sitting correctly. Oops. Not that button. It's not quite straight in the middle, but hey, it will do. So yes, like I say, I have been reviewing quite a few of the Crenado products for 2020, and I had this in the sim for a good couple of weeks, well, up 3 weeks now. I think it was just been released when I decided to get it. So many other things in life get in the way. But I don't know what, our squawk code has just changed as well. 7,000. Thank you. And yes, I noticed that Crenado had released this, and I think there's a Beechcraft, and I think there's another aircraft now that's been released in the meantime, all native to 2024 with a few tweaks to their sounds, the way they handle. There's been quite a few changes. Now, a lot of people have said in the past that Crenado aircraft, they're not up to scratch, they're not just flight quality, they're not A2A quality, and I would say, I would agree with the A2A and the Just Flight comparison. They're not there, or the 2020 versions were not there. But this being said, they are fun, enjoyable aircraft, and they release a big batch of aircraft, covering mostly general aviation. But we have got a good batch of Cessnas, a good batch of Pipers, twin engine, single engine. We've got turboprops. We've got the PC-12, I do believe, is in the 2020 version. I must get that out and fly with that, because PC-12 is a good aircraft. But here in 2024, there's only a couple of 3 versions that they've come out with. Now, I noticed this aircraft has now been released for 2020, so I'll be very interested to see if it is on par with what I'm seeing at the moment. But so far, this is a very, very good aircraft. Good looking, great sounding. Listen to it from the outside. Something about Cessna that close the cowl flaps. Something about a Cessna with folding undercarriage, it just looks good. Now, I did say that on the previous video, I think it was, There will be a video coming out for the Avro Lancaster, for the Airplane Heaven Lancaster. It was released a few weeks ago now. The reason why it's been delayed is I did notice there was a graphical issue with number 3 or number 4 engine. I can't remember which one it was. That's hopefully been fixed. There's been 2 patches released for this for the Lancaster, and I just haven't got around to trying the latest version. Now, as this video is being made, yesterday I got the chance to spend some time with a real Avro Lancaster, because I went to the East Kirkby Air Show. I do a bit of photography, and I had a chance to be around a Lancaster on the ground, a Mosquito on the ground, and the other displaying aircraft. Fantastic day, absolutely awesome, totally recommend it. But it has given me an idea that maybe if there is some East Kirkby scenery, I know there's a repaint for the Lancaster they've got there, Just Jane. Maybe something could be done in a future video, special video, kind of a replication of what East Kirkby is trying to do in getting their Lancaster in the air where she belongs. But that's for the future. I've got to look into that. I had over 1,000 photos to edit and upload. So today's been very busy. This is the first time I've actually been able to get onto the sim. So anyway, yes, this Cessna is something else. It's definitely a fast little bugger, like I say, 125 knots, I think we're doing. We've leaned out. It does sound different. I can hear a turbocharger, just a very unique noise, the turbo makes. But it's definitely a beautiful looking aircraft. I think Crenado are now starting to take notice of what 2024 can do and provide, because this is just one fantastic looking aircraft. I can't find anything bad. I mean, stop Trackir for the moment. You get the reflection from the clock here upon the leather. Good wear and tear on the controls. You know, the bits and pieces that a pilot touches and comes into contact with the most. Door handle looks absolutely filthy. Carpet work has stains in it, you know, where the feet are. Feet pedals, exactly the same. It is a very, very good aircraft. Very, very good looking aircraft. Just setting our radar altimeter. Usually gives me a little bit of assistance when I'm coming into land. Now, we're flying to Gamston. It is a normal scenery. It's nothing special, I don't think. I think 2020 I had the uprated scenery for Gamston. But it is a home for a lot of general aviation aircraft. I think we're heading towards the landing line there for Gamston. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly over Gamston at our altitude now, and then we'll come off our altitude, autopilot even, and we'll make a approach into the airfield. Right, so we're going to get ready for the landing. So we're going to be landing on both tanks for this one. I've got the fuel tank, fuel pump on. Another landing lights on. Looking like the runway is, yes, 11 o'clock of us. So we are going to fly straight over, and then we're going to make a right-hand turn and come in and hopefully make a first-time landing. Can't promise anything. Never know what the simulator's going to do. Actually does look like fairly good scenery for Gamston. For standard scenery. A few things missing, but that's usually what Gamston looks like. Right, let's go earn the big bucks and actually land. Autopilot off. I believe that's the A1, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes, the A1. Flaps going down one stage. Because I haven't landed this aircraft too many times, I'm going to extend the approach time a little bit. I don't want to be making any short field approaches. Gear coming down. Keep an eye on the speed and our altitude and our rate of decreasing altitude. Okay, runway's in sight, flaps coming down 2 stage. Happy lights are in sight. Slipping in into finals. Got a nice long runway here at Gamston. 100 knots. Speed is good, descent is good, just slipping it a little bit to the left. Welcome to Gamston. Well, the local time is about 20 minutes later than when we took off. So being that the taxi route back in again is not that far, I'll keep this video going. I usually like to cut this off, but so, have Crenado made a improvement in their aircraft? Oh yes. This aircraft is very good. Very well impressed with this aircraft. Its looks, its textures, its sounds. It's all there. I think Crenado have a bright history here, or bright future even I should say, for these aircraft they're going to release. Hopefully they're going to redo a few aircraft that they've already had in the collection and bring them up to the standards that the Cessna CT210N, I think it was, this aircraft, or what it is, because it's absolutely amazing. So we'll keep the taxi lights off, it's nice and bright. We've got the person with the batons. Is he going to do anything? He is. Okie dokie. I don't normally pay attention to these people, but you're brave, mate. You're very brave. Parking brake is set. Okay, sound effects. That's the shutdown sound effects. Yeah, I think we found a negative. Right, anyway, mixtures. That might... I don't know, I'm hoping that's just something on my simulator, my end. Because that did not sound good, and that was sound effects. That should have been a lot better. Anyway, that's the beacon lights off. Fuel pumps already off. Batteries off. Alternator, I need that turned off. Thank you. So, here we are with the latest Crenado aircraft. I think it's well worth the money of which it's asking. Now, there is something a little bit different about this aircraft compared to previous aircraft. At the moment, this very aircraft, the 2024 version, is only available through the Flight Simulator marketplace. So I can't remember off the top of my head how much it cost. Because I'm looking at the website now. I'm looking at Crenado's page and it doesn't actually say the price, amazingly. I'm guessing the 2020 version will be exactly the same through the marketplace. I don't know why developers do this. I honestly don't. Maybe it's an agreement between them and Asobo and Microsoft. I don't know. It's a fully brilliant working service. I know the 2020 marketplace works just fine. I bought numerous aircraft through that. 2024, I think this was the first aircraft I actually bought through the marketplace. There's been a few issues with marketplace over the last few weeks and months, but it's up and running now. And like I said, this aircraft is only available through the marketplace on your flight simulator. So if you're interested in this Cessna, and I wholeheartedly suggest you are, because if you are into general aviation aircraft, this is a very good aircraft, and it's slightly different. And again, I know it's a Cessna, but it's a fast Cessna. It's got fully functioning cockpit. It's got folding undercarriage. It's a good cruiser, a long distance cruiser for general aviation aircraft. It's a very, very good advanced Cessna before you go on to the likes of aircraft that have the G1000 style avionics. So yeah, it's a fantastic little aircraft. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will drop a link to the Crenado page for this aircraft so you can take a look at what it comes with, and then you can make your own decision on that. And I will see you in a future Microsoft Flight Simulator video very, very soon.